linebacker for your Indiana Hoosiers. It is Fred Khalil. Fred, I'm just happy, very happy, A, that you're sober, and B, you were available to come on the show today.
I tell you what, Manuch will tell you it's rare that you get 2 for 2 on that call, Jimmy.
Oh my gosh! So were you in the living room? Do you have like your man cave or something like that? Where were you when that touchdown happened?
You know what we had? We had some friends from Indiana actually invited us over to the house.
Okay.
And so we watched over at their place, and it was crazy. It was great. And when Fernando took off, and thank goodness he's 6'5", Manuch.
Yeah.
Because he got tagged on the way in, man.
So
they tattooed him on the way in. Tough kid.
Were you on 4th and 5 for a first down? Were you standing or were you sitting, Fred?
Standing.
The
whole fourth quarter.
Were you in the linebacker? Were you in the football position, kind of rocking back and forth on your instep, ready to hit somebody?
Kind of rocking back and forth. I'm thinking, okay, what coverage we in? Okay, here we go.
Think about this now. I mean, I'm sitting there going, well, if you get the 3 points, they've got to score 7 to beat you. 6 and then 7. So he calls the timeout. And when he called that timeout, when he set the field goal team out and then called the timeout, wanted to rethink it, I'm sitting there going, you know what? You should get the points because they got to score a touchdown extra point. Then I thought, well, hey, you've come too far. 4th and 5, manageable. They've had a couple of key 4th down conversions in that 4th and 3rd down conversions. Quarterback draw, love the call. But when he got the first down and spun out of it, Fred, and looked at dive, I said, well, my thought was secure the ball. And sure enough, he got popped and secured it for the touchdown.
Yeah, it was great, man. It was so good. That was outstanding. And you think about it, let's go back, though, Manuch. Go back to Kamara with that blocked punt.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
How big was that?
Yeah.
I mean, we blocked the punt, get it in the end zone for a touchdown. That's huge.
Fred, I want to ask you about the wide receiver, Becker, because it seems that he and Mendoza, the second half of the season, they had totally connected and knew exactly what each player wanted to do on almost every play. How good is Becker, and he's going to the NFL?
Well, he's underrated, but Manuch will tell you a good quarterback can make a great receiver and vice versa.
Sure.
And, and he and Fernando are tight. They work out together. Obviously, in their off time, they're probably together. Probably they know what the other guy's thinking. So that's a big part of it. And he's been outstanding. I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, I'm still in shock. It really is. It's great. I mean, seriously, if you're from Indiana, and you think Indiana football wins a national championship, it's nuts.
Fred, I mean, I thought K-State was the great phoenix of college football, that we rose from the ashes under Bill Snyder. We got close to a national championship. By the way, we were ranked number 1 time.
Yeah.
Over the last 250 years. I think I've still got that clip. When I think about that, I think of a couple things. I never thought anybody could trump that, pardon the pun. And the Indiana has trumped it. Signetti has trumped it. And the philosophy, I love it, is very CEO-like, much like Coach Snyder was at K-State. But this thing, I'm telling you, I think I told Jimmy earlier, you got Netflix, you got Amazon, you got HBO Plus. We got guys lining up for this story. Peacock, Disney Plus, lining up for this movie.
And the thing is, guys, you also have Mark Cuban lining up with NIL.
Sure, there you go.
So, I mean, that helps you right there. That's like having Steinbrenner in the 70s running the Yankees, if anybody's old enough to remember that. You've got Cuban behind him. You've got all those great storylines. You've got, Fernando. By the way, Fernando's brother hit the transfer portal.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Well, I would too, to be honest with you. You can't follow your brother. You can't be the starter next year because everybody would think that you were him and you'd have to be 16-0 again.
Well, they picked up the kid from either, was it TCU?
Yeah.
He transferred in.
When they got, in that whole transfer portal, I want to get your thoughts on this, Manuch, because I don't know if I like it. I mean, it helped us win a national championship, but gee, it's free agency, just run wild. Yep. I mean, there's no contract. There's nothing.
Yeah, and there's no precedent. I mean, you looked at Damon Williams. He just signed with Washington, and 3 days later he wants to go in the portal. They got a hold of him and said, look, we'll sue you, come back to you. But to your point, Freddie, what precedent is there to sue somebody if they want to move on? Now, that's a different situation. But at Duke, Mensa today has declared he wants to go to the portal. He just got there from Tulane last year, right? Now,
yeah.
But a judge has upheld him for allowing him to leave, at least for now. But this judge is a Duke grad.
Yeah.
He's a season ticket holder, so he's recused himself. But to your point, Freddie, there's no precedent for any of this to hold a guy or allow a guy to go.
It's just like it's a free-for-all, man. You know, I mean, look, it worked for us in Indiana, and I'm glad it did. But, I mean, it's just a free-for-all. I mean, you know, you used to be a lot of times, you know, hey, we got this kid coming in, and he's going to be here for 4 years, or he's going to be here, you know, for 3 years, whatever. And now, you know, you get him for a year, and he moves on.
Well, Fred, what they've become, they are no longer student athletes. I never want to hear that term again. They are mercenaries. And you had 10,000 kids go into the portal. 10,000 were in the portal.
Every division, Fred.
Yes.
Every division.
Yes.
Let's talk about this victory. You're an ex-football player. You're in Indiana. You played in the Big Ten.
Walk on. Be honest, though.
Okay.
Come on. I was a walk-on who got carried off.
Yeah.
Hey, you were there.
You were there, man. You had
I was there. I got some playing time.
You were Rudy before Rudy, if I recollect. I mean, or was Rudy Rudy before you? But just talk about how many people on your text thread, your text chain? How many
Crazy
alumnus? How many are on your text chain? You got 10, 12?
It'd be over hundreds. Just, I mean, my phone was blowing up all night. I mean, every play we're texting back and forth. You know, and the great thing is our teammates, our group.
Yeah.
Really, guys, it was so tight, our 4-year group, because, you know, we won the first bowl game in school history. We had a winning record our 4 years. You know, we were pretty good. We played, listen, our non-conference schedule was LSU, Washington, and Nebraska. And in the late 70s, that was pretty darn tough.
Yeah.
Okay?
I was going to say, welcome to Case.
A murderous non-conference schedule.
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys, we had a big reunion at the Rose Bowl, and that was fun. And our group is very tight. So, there was a text train going last night for sure.
So when you think back, Freddie, you had Lee Corso as your head coach. By the way, how is Lee? I know he wasn't at the game last night, but is anybody how was he doing? How was he seeing all this unfold?
He's, you know what, he's limited, you know, let's put it that way, because he's suffered a couple of strokes, and he's come back as best he can. But you got to remember, Coach was born in 1935, so that makes him, 90? He'll be 91 this August. So, you know, he's getting up there, but he's aware of what's going on. He can't travel, you know, he can't go to the games and do that kind of thing.
Fred Khalil is our guest. We're talking Indiana Hoosier football.
Who would have thought on a January 20th ever?
I can understand basketball, but football?
Hey, and our basketball team's struggling now, man. I mean, that's really it's making all of us mad, going, what the hell's going on with basketball? Come on.
Well, you know, Fred, the stories, just so many stories. You talked about the young man that blocked the punt. He comes from James Madison. He's a senior. I think there's only, 4 or 5 five-star athletes on this team. It just goes to show you that team versus I is so mightily important. And you get Fernando and have a Becker, and then this offensive line, the kid was a Colton that came from Notre Dame as your offensive lineman.
Yeah,
I mean, just to see so much of the team come together and the focus, and only one turnover in last night's game. But you know, you guys haven't had a fumble since the second quarter of the first game of the year.
Yep.
That's amazing to me.
I know, it is amazing. That is amazing. It's truly amazing.
Fred,
you know, you flip. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, before we run out of time, what was your reaction at the end of the game when Indiana intercepted to seal it?
It might have been my highest vertical jump in 40 years. And it was like 3 inches.
So, Fred, little note.
3 inches. I got off the ground. You know, they couldn't slip that business card under my foot.
We always said you had dime hops, and you literally have dime hop. Now, here's a little fun fact that they mentioned. You probably saw this. That Jamari Sharp's uncle, he was the defensive back for Miami that had the pass interference call against Ohio State in the Fiesta Bowl many, many years ago for the national title. And
I remember that.
Yeah, and so they showed it. I mean, ESPN was right on it that they showed. Was that?
Alberto Mendoza signed with Georgia Tech.
Okay, we got
just
that
coming out now.
Okay,
wow.
how about that? But anyways, how about Sharp, the nephew getting the game winner in the Natty, and then his uncle? It's a very tacky call, to tell you the truth. I think that official is from Ohio, but it's just amazing how everything came full circle with Indiana. Yeah, you know me, Freddie. What the hell? But isn't that amazing? The stories behind the stories of these teams.
I mean, this playoff run has been just so much fun. I mean, I took my son to the Rose Bowl, and of course, we went back to the Peach Bowl. Having lived in Atlanta 31 years, we had the run of the Dome back there, so we went back to the Peach Bowl, and then it was just so much fun. This run has been so incredible. You know, because I retired Manuch a couple of years ago, this is like the first time I've gotten to go just as a fan, you know, and just yell and scream and not worry about getting post-game interviews and crap like that.
Well, Fred, hey, congratulations. This is truly amazing. I think that we are very fortunate to be alive during this time, because when the movie comes out, hell, 100 years from now, they're going to think it's fiction. It's an actual story. Matter of fact,
I know it.
I think Disney turned it down initially. Now that you guys have won it, they're the first ones in line, Disney Plus, to make this movie.
They should, man. They should make the movie. It'd be a great. I mean, the storyline's incredible.
It is.
You know, and you got a regular old CS as the coach. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You got a regular old guy from Pennsylvania, the Jag-off. Yeah. He's right over there, you know, as they say in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, what are you going to do, Coach? I'm going to go get me a cold beer. Yeah. You know, probably going to be an icy light. You never know.
That wouldn't shock me. Or a Rolling Rock. One of those.
Yeah, right. You got to have either one. Either one's a good Pennsylvania beer, Jimmy.
There you go,
You
pal.
step up and get a Genesee Cream Ale. That was the big back there.
Oh, there you go. That's big time.
That's big time. Well, Freddie, hey, congratulations. Thanks for taking the time. Enjoy the ride, my brother.
I'm going to do it, Manuch. Jimmy, thanks, guys, for having me, man. It's always great talking to you.
Always
Stay
good.
in touch, Manuch.
I will, brother.
Always good having you on the show, Fred. Thank you. There you go. Alumni of Indiana, one the only. Fred,
former player, walk on, middle linebacker.
Hey, he said he got time on the field.
He got some time.
Yeah. Hey, coming up. Speaking of time, I'm going to step out of the way and let Manuch do his thing. Why? It is the greatest segment ever created on sports talk radio nationally. It is Manuch's Clipboard, the good, the honorable mention, and, of course, the ugly. It is Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620, 98.7 FM, HD-2, and on the Arizona Sports app.
Game on Peoria. When it's time to eat big, drink cold, and watch every play, make it Big's American Bar and Grill in the P83 district. Big's is serving up huge portions of your favorites. Burgers, wings, nachos, plus a full bar and TVs everywhere you look. And don't miss happy hour Monday through Thursday, 3 to 6:30 p.m. with $2 off well drinks and $2 off domestic drafts, plus daily specials all week long. Bring your friends, grab a seat on the patio, and settle in for the game. Big's American Bar and Grill, where Peoria comes to play, eat, and watch.
Arizona's headquarters for Toyotas is Wright Toyota. Hey, Rock, for my friends at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. You will always find the right deal at Wright Toyota. Wright Toyota has been driving Arizona's home for years with their amazing service, pricing, and great selections. I encourage you to discover the difference at Wright Toyota. Make the right choice, Wright Toyota, just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard, and always online at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection. Check out WrightToyota.com.
When tragedy strikes, the impact is immediate and devastating. That's when the 100 Club of Arizona steps in, providing financial assistance, guidance, and emotional support to the families of public safety officers injured or killed in the line of duty. They also invest in mental health resources, injury prevention, and scholarships for the children of first responders. Every day, Arizona's public safety professionals put their lives on the line. The 100 Club of Arizona has their back. Learn more at 100club.org.
Now open in North Scottsdale, it's the Orangedale Lounge. OD's, right off Thompson Peak and Bell, next to Bash's. Your new favorite dive bar has arrived. Cold drafts, chill vibes, always affordable prices, and the OD Mug Club, a one-of-a-kind membership you won't find anywhere else. No frills, just great people, ice-cold drinks, and a bar that feels like it's always been there. Follow at OD Scottsdale and get the scoop at orangedalelounge.com. Orangedale Lounge. Dive in and drink up.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. 800-292-4541. Now, drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance. Others for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. We don't have to lose. Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541. Time for Manuch to do what he does best. Hold the clipboard and let you think.
And my bad, C.J. Stroud. Manuch's clipboard.
I love it as always. Quickly, I'll give you a minute. What do you think of Jared Stidham coming in now to be the starting QB for Denver?
I think what he has to do is just don't make any mistakes.
Okay.
Don't make the dumb throw. He's played enough football.
Yeah.
But he's got, a handful of throws this year?
Yes.
Now, he played, matter of fact, a lot of people said he might have beat Bo Nix out in training camp. Well, you know that he might have beat him out, but Bo Nix was going to start.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix started slow. But Stidham should be fine. But if Bo Nix is in there running the offense in fourth year, I would say Jared Stidham, the offense will be like maybe third year, maybe. But I think that what Sean Payton's going to do, quick passing game, try to get the ball out. But just it's the timing, Jimmy, with the receivers, knowing the receivers. I mean, get the WD-40 out for Jared Stidham. Lube up the arm, lube up the shoulder.
Got a fun stat for you here.
Okay.
749 days. That's the amount of time since Jared Stidham has last thrown a pass attempt in an NFL game.
Wow.
749 days. It was against the Raiders on January 7th, 2024.
So if I think about how many days would it be from 1981 to let me back that up. From 1983 into 1987. So by the time I got in the USFL, didn't get picked up for 2 years.
Right.
So I played in 1987. That's, if I do the K-State math, that's 4 years.
Yeah.
I might have beat him in those replacement games. But I think that fact right there, CC,
That's
is
a big stat.
a long time.
Yeah.
So ask me by Thursday. I'm going to let that marinate a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, there it is. Another award-winning edition of Manuch's Clipboard. It's presented today by Biggs in Peoria. Hey, when it's game time in the West Valley, there's only one place to go. It's Biggs American Bar and Grill in Peoria. Wall-to-wall TVs. They got cold drinks, great food, and an excellent atmosphere, including a very nice patio if you want to sit outside. Just check them out. BiggsPeoria.com. Online, again, that's BiggsPeoria.com. When we come back, Arizona Republic sports columnist Bob McManaman is going to be our guest, but we're going to get you to a ESPN 620 Sports Center update right now.
It's now time for your Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B's ESPN 620 Sports Center update. I'm Matt Lazarus. The Arizona Cardinals are set to interview Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator Joe Brady today as they continue their search for the next head coach. At 36 years old, Brady would become the youngest active head coach in the NFL if hired. And on the hardwood, Jalen Green will return to the Phoenix Suns lineup tonight after missing more than 2 months with a hamstring injury. The Suns take on the Philadelphia 76ers on the second night of a back-to-back, and you can catch all the action on 98.7 FM or streaming live on the Arizona Sports app. Make plans now and tune in Monday through Wednesday during the WM Open as the guys broadcast live from DraftKings at TPC Scottsdale. Big-time guests will stop by, including golf stars and one of the greatest Arizona Cardinals of all time. Someone we can't name just yet, but trust us, he's on the Mount Rushmore of Arizona sports all week long at DraftKings at TPC Scottsdale. Bobby Mack joins the guys next.
Life's a sprint, and you need a quick pick-me-up. Meet G2G protein bars, the ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether you're hustling in the office, enjoying a day on the links, or conquering the daily grind, G2G is your perfect fuel. Score an 8-pack at your local Costco's refrigerated section, or explore amazing flavors at G2GBar.com. Quick, delicious, and power-packed. G2G protein bars, setting the pace for your energetic lifestyle.
You applied to Grand Canyon University because you want somewhere fun and affordable, where hands-on classes and access to industry pros can help you build skills employers need, with the opportunity to graduate in less than 4 years. You want to feel seen, loved, called to more, to know you found your purpose. Make yourself the main character. Begin your story. Find your purpose at GCU. Visit gcu.edu.
For over a century now, Ford has been part of America. In my family, it's been generations. Paul Calvisi here. My grandfather worked for Ford Motor. My first car, a classic Mustang, still have it. But going to our Desert Ford dealers today means getting more than a vehicle. We're talking a full suite of benefits like complimentary Ford mobile service, or try Ford pickup and delivery. Yes, to and from your door, and it's easy scheduling in the Ford Pass app. Tough would be built for tough. More than a slogan, it's an identity of the F-Series trucks. And the all-new 2026 F-150 is the best yet, with a completely redesigned interior and exterior. Adventure? How about the Ford Bronco Sport? It says, let's get it, with 5 available trims so you can forge your own path. We recently bought a new Explorer at our Desert Ford dealers. Love the flexible seating up to 7. All the cargo room, the advanced tech. Bottom line, Ford is the future at our Desert Ford dealers. Just click buyfordnow.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
The best words to hear at the TSA security checkpoint? You're good to go. All it takes is a little preparation. Get to the airport early, bring a carry-on bag that fits in the overhead, and have an acceptable ID. Not all state-issued IDs will cut it. Check out tsa.gov/ID and see which TSA acceptable IDs make the grade, like a real ID or passport.
Before you jet, do a little prep, and you're good to go. Check out tsa.gov/ID or the MyTSA app.
Let's go inside the Cards locker room and down to the field with Bob McManus. Bob's been covering Arizona sports for the Arizona Republic and azcentral.com since 1981. Now, Arizona Republic columnist Bobby Mack on ESPN 620.
It's always a good day when Bobby Mack comes on the show. We always look forward to it. You can always follow him on X at AZ Bobby Mack. That's AZ Bobby Mack. Robert, what in the wide world of sport is going on here? It seems that every time the Cardinals announce or we find out that they're going to talk to somebody, they end up signing with another team.
Yeah, they haven't announced anything, actually. Which is weird, peculiar. I don't know. I'm still available, Jimmy. How about you?
I told Jimmy at the beginning of the show, Bob, I said, look, I am not leaving Roc and Jimmy to go be the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. And besides, they can't afford me on top of it, Bobby Mack.
You guys had a star-studded lineup until you got to me today.
Oh, stop. Come on, man.
You really did. I was impressed.
And Bob, as you alluded to, we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now. That seems like the first question of these interviews or phone calls for any of these prospective head coaches is, okay, what is your quarterback situation? Where are you at? What's your development? Sounds like the vetting is going back and forth a little more thoroughly from those coaches that are available out there, those that are left that are out there.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, that's a, we covered this last week, I think. There's some nice autonomy by getting to help pick your own quarterback, but the fact that you don't have one, and maybe, they've interviewed coaches. I think that's a big letdown in a very competitive NFC West. I think, I really hope they go to Sean McDermott on this and say, come do to us what you did to Buffalo Bills. And, he'll bring instant credibility here despite him getting fired unceremoniously after an overtime playoff loss, which they kind of frankly got hosed on a call by the officials, in my opinion. I just don't think they're going to get him either. And, I wish him luck. I don't know what they're going to end up with or whom, but they got to do something. I'm worried it might not end so pleasant.
Wow. Well, the fan base is just like, they're livid. They want to just make sure that they hire somebody. It seems like somebody very experienced to come in here. They don't want, and not to demean any of the coordinators, the defensive or offensive coordinators. They don't like just somebody coming in just to take the job. They want somebody coming in. We're going to be back here in 3 years from now.
the same thing. And that alludes to my point. I think they're going to end up with a coach they end up getting rid of in 3 years. And, you know, I don't know. I don't mind going with a non-previous head coach. I don't. But it's going to be the right guy. It's going to be somehow it all has to come together for this to work. Otherwise, it's going to be the same rigmarole all over again. Bob McManaman's our guest on the Right Toyota guest line. All right, I told Manuch this earlier in the show. I had an epiphany last night after 3 scotches. And the epiphany, was that Kyler Murray will be the starting quarterback for this team this coming season. Am I drunk as a skunk, or does that hold water? That's not a epiphany, that's a nightmare. Yeah. I gotta say, this music breaking up really bad. Yeah, I know. Can you hear it? Yes, yeah, we hear it, yeah. We want to start over. Yeah, let's go back. Yeah, this is good. We're after this. Let's drop it back and we'll try to cut it back out. All of our stations are having some issues, so we're going to get rid of Okay. Awesome. Yeah, we're having technical issues all with the stations right now.
Yeah, let's talk to break, Jimmy B, and we'll try to get this cleared up.
Okay, we'll do that. We're coming right back, everybody. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Oh, we're back. Okay. All right, we came back on. Okay, interesting. How that... See, you said go to a break, and as soon as that happened, bang! We're back. Yeah, we're going to get Bobby back on the phone then as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we apologize. We've been having the
issues all day.
All the states are having issues. But I think the one thing that you bring up about Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
You may be right, Jimmy. I think that this Cardinals organization is really caught is hand strapped with him.
Yeah.
Caught between rock and a hard place, whatever you want to call it, because of that contract. That is the 10,000-pound boulder on the neck of one Michael Bidwell that he's got to try to figure out how to get rid of. Does he restructure, trade him? I cannot see him being back with this Arizona Cardinals team. Not after the weird way of him being mysteriously all of a sudden being put on the IR.
Okay, Bobby, thank you, pal. We're sorry about all the technical issues.
No worries.
Okay, my question was, and Manuch was following up on it because we lost you because of that, was that I believe Kyler Murray is going to be the quarterback for this team next season.
You believe that?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think that because the contract, I think they'd get a bag of balls for him. If they try to trade him, they would have to eat maybe at least half of his contract in order to unload him. I mean, I just think it's too complicated.
Here we go again. It's breaking up.
Yeah, it is.
We apologize. Thank you. Bob, I'll catch up again. I hope we can spread it. All right, let's take a quick time out here. ESPN 620.
Nobody does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Nobody. Whatever the coach got it. Tequila cocktails, premium bourbon pours, and top shelf spirits served with their ice bowls that hit just right. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails. Yep, all here. And with 5 Valley locations. And don't forget the teeth-chattering 29-degree drafts we're famous for. Pair it all with Scratch kitchen bites that actually satisfy. From shareables to hearty favorites. When it comes to happy hour, Twin Peaks doesn't play. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views. I was in a rat. I need a chat. I was in a red. I need a chat. I was in a red. I need a chat. I'm coming home. We've been serving Arizona for 20 years. Best choice. Not very excellent. Call 977-1900. That's 977-1900. Sweet
Swing into Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf to get custom fit for the new Cobra Optim driver. The new Cobra Optim is the first driver with optimized POI and MOI. With a reshaped head and optimized center of gravity, experience straighter drives and more robust distance. Check out the new Cobra Optim drivers today. Book your custom fitting in-store, online. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Trusted by golfers since 1963. And home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Okay, I have to tell you. I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was, that hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my son. Shiny like the designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking. Where'd you get your windshield wipers? eBay has all the most that don't come. No one. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Before you fly, take a trip to your local MVD office or authorized third-party provider with your required documents and get the new AZ Travel ID with the Gold Star for your new driver's license or ID. Starting May 2025, this new AZ Travel ID gets you through TSA security checkpoints. It's quick and easy. Think of it as your license to fly. Learn how to get your new ID at aztravelid.com. Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Now on ESPN 620.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to the show today. We are having some technical issues in the studio, so we're going to wrap up about 10 minutes earlier than we normally do. Manuch, who's on tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're looking to try to get Tim Kempton.
Okay.
They're going to be in the flag, and then we have our AMBET segment that we're doing, that Campus Quickies.
Yep.
ASU, NAU, and NAU. And then Michael Banks and Big Banks. And we're trying to catch up with a couple other guys. We're trying to get all four cities involved in reference to the playoff, the AFC, and NFC Championship Series. So we got a lot going on manana.
Okay. Thank you to the guys who are working on everything technically. Laz and Connor, thanks, guys. You guys were terrific today. We will see you tomorrow, everybody, bright and early, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620.
What's up, kiddos? Clinton Yates here. Coming up on Wednesday, best friend of the show, David Dennis Jr. will join us. We'll break down how the college football playoff is already headed for another change. That's Wednesday on Clinton and Friends at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
It's an SEC women's basketball doubleheader Thursday. Get out of my way. First, high-powered offenses face off in Knoxville as number 11 Kentucky takes on number 17 Tennessee. I'm showing out. Then, number 6 LSU heads to College Station to challenge the Aggies. Step away. Kentucky at Tennessee at 6:30 p.m. Eastern and LSU at Texas A&M at 9 p.m. Eastern. Presented by Regions Bank. Thursday on SEC Network and the ESPN app.
The Hoop Collective Podcast.
Howdy, partners. We got a real rivalry because OKC is on the board against the Spurs this season.
The Hoop Collective Podcast. Listen on the ESPN app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Saturday on ESPN, it's a can't-miss men's college basketball doubleheader. First at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Houston takes on Texas Tech.
Whoa!
Then at 8:30, Tennessee versus Alabama.
One of the best defensive teams against one of the best offensive teams in the nation.
An ESPN blockbuster doubleheader. Number 6 Houston versus number 12 Texas Tech. Then Tennessee versus number 17 Alabama. Saturday on ESPN and streaming on the ESPN app.
You have cancer. There's nothing you can do to prepare yourself.
Round 1 of chemotherapy. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to survive. There's no way I'm going to let this take over me.
Cancer doesn't care what you look like, who you are.
It may not save my life,
It may save my children's life. It may save someone you love.
You ready to get this cancer about you? Let's do it.
Live. Fight like hell. And when you get too tired to fight, let somebody else fight for you.
That's what you say to me, say to me, say to me.